If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
So first, let us go through the disclaimer, what we have to follow. So this presentation, including examples, images, and references are provided for informational purpose only. Complying with all applicable copyrights laws is the responsibility of the user. Without limiting the rights under copyright, no part of this document may be reproduced, stored, or introduced into a retrieval system or transmitted in any form or by any means. Credit shall be given to the images taken from the open source and cannot be used for promotional activities. So this is the disclaimer. Then moving to our agenda today. So we would be covering, S4HANA and describing the SAP Fury. So let me just quickly go to the course content.
Yes, just a quick question. Do we start also an introduction about cash management today or not? Module 2.
Yes. So basically, we would follow this content the way it is maintained here. So same way we would be covering our course. So basically, overview of financial in S4HANA. So in the cash management, we will start with bank account management first. Then we will cover bank communication management, because these two are dependent topics. So before we move to the cash management topic, we would first cover the bank account management and BCM, bank communication management. Okay.
So BCM
is that
will
fine for you?
Yes, of course. BCM will just check quickly, isn't it? Because or we will check all details about BCM.
Yeah. So we will cover this bank account management in details. Then we will move to this topic, cash operations and liquidity, pooling of cash. So all these topics we will be covering at the end. So this is the prerequisite. If I just directly jump to this topic, so it would be difficult for you even to.
I understand completely. My question, it was about BCM, bank communication management. Do we will cover everything about bank communication management, or we will just discuss between the link between BAM, bank account management, and BCM, bank communication management? What we will see exactly?
Basically, setting.
Sorry.
Yeah. Basic settings for BCM and how does it go for the approval process, grouping, how we can do the grouping of payment documents, like if we have processed through F110, so how we can, what are the prerequisite criteria we need to set up to group into the batches, and how the batches will be approved, what is in the basic version BCM functionality available, what is there, we can just see the difference, overview kind of, what is there with the basic version and what is there with the full scope version. So that part we would be covering in the under BCM. Then manual bank statement, not really sure if electronic bank statement will be really possible, but yes, we would see how can we do the bank statement monitoring through cash management. So
manual bank statement is interesting to see it quickly, but usually in reality we use more electronic bank statement than a manual bank statement. But yeah, just we can see it.
Yes. Definitely we can do the complete configuration of electronic bank statement, but I'll check if it is possible or whether we have any difficulty doing this one. And obviously, bank in the BM and BCM, we have the approval process in place. So we won't be able to see the approval, but we can see the how the system triggers for the workflow and approvals. We can see in the app how do we see what is there in the sent request, what is there in my inbox. So whatever has been sent for the approval to a particular user ID, they can view in their inbox. Okay, so those things we can see here.
Perfect.
Okay?
Because
And
it's interesting to me to see Fury apps because today I don't know many of them. So yeah, it's interesting.
Yes. So we will see, and I'm not seeing much of the BCM related app and other apps.
They need to add
Especially
yes, they need to add the rules, specific rules to the catalog. So maybe the user
yes,
that you have, it's not.
yes, it is specific to cash management. So anyway, we will focus on this cash management part. Like other reports are not available, so not to worry. We would say like how can we create the house bank and how can we trigger the workflow for a house bank. So those part we would see. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so okay, so you will not have access to. Okay, we'll see.
Whatever we will be having access to, we will definitely look into it, and other things as per the course content defined. So we have to stick to the course content. So that's the only submission from my side. But if you have any thing to add, so you can just
Okay,
comment.
thank you. Okay,
Fine.
perfect.
Okay. So let us quickly move to the first presentation. So I guess you are already aware about S4HANA and ECC differences. So let me brief you through the system. Excuse me, sorry. So first, most important use case or beauty of S4HANA system is it's in-memory database system. So in-memory database system, what does it mean basically? Like your data will reside in RAM memory, temporary memory. So you get the data faster compared to 8 times faster compared to what you were able to extract in the ECC system. So first basic benefit we have in S4HANA system, like replacing the traditional database with the S4HANA. So this is the most important change we could observe in S4HANA system. Second, in finance side, so the introduction of this table AC DOCA. So it's a single source of truth. What does that mean basically? So this contains the data from multiple different tables. So it contains the asset related data. It contains the, let me show you better in SE11. Controlling related data, and it has sub ledgers related data, asset related data, transaction data is also available in this table. So it's a single source of truth. Let me show you in somewhere I might have captured in the system, the screenshot.
Yes, normally we have FI, CO, ML, material ledger. We have asset accounting. So we have, I think we have 5 components on Asidoka, and yeah, it's a simplification
Right.
of the architecture.
Right. So this is the architecture of data HANA database. So this is your temporary memory. So once you request something from GUI, so that fetch the data from this memory. So that does not go to the persistent memory. So we have the concept of persistent database. So from temporary memory, it goes to the persistent memory. That is your permanent memory. So that's why even if you just go for the installation of HANA database, so it requires a lot of RAM in your system. So that is the main benefit we have in HANA database. So it has three components like data, log, and save point. So this is basically more of basis concept, but just for your idea, this is how it makes the system faster compared to the traditional database. And second thing is it has two approach to save the data. One is columnar approach and second is the row approach. So columnar approach is basically used when you go for the analytical system. So in BW or SSE, so that basically stores the data in columnar ways. But other like BSEG and BKPF, all those saved as a in the row approach itself, the way traditional database was used to save the data. Okay, so this is the main advantage introducing this uh, table. And second is the approach they have come up with, this UX design. So they have introduced Fury from the HANA database evolution itself. So you can see like you could now able to access your Fury app through web browser also. So the way we used to operate from GUI, uh, you can also operate from this Fury app. So we have Fury app available for posting the journal entry. We have the Fury app available to post the vendor invoice. We have the Fury app available for workflow approval, to monitor the reports. So all kind of Fury app available now in S4HANA. Now they have uh, designed the same approach in ECC also, but this Fury app introduction UX design app come up after the S4HANA introduction. So this is the major second advantage in S4HANA. Third most important in terms of FI, if you just stick to the FI side, so they have come up with the concept of business partner, like to avoid the redundancy of data. So rather, they first create the business partner and they extend to the different roles. So hope as you might be already aware about it, but just to focus on what is the good thing and new features available in S4HANA. So this is also one of the feature available in S4HANA. And if you wanted to use this business partner for SAP finance role, so you can extend to the role FLVN00. So you don't require to create, suppose same uh, organization is vendor and customer or supplier, and we are selling out the goods to the same person. So in that case, we can create a business partner and we can extend the same business partner to two different roles. One is supplier and other one is like customer. So this is how we create the business partner and vendor and customer in S4HANA. So in terms of master data, this is the one new features we have in S4HANA. So business partner concept was already available in the treasury module and other modules, but in ECC system, it previously we were not having this concept for normal vendors and customers. Second, in terms of GL master data, so we have like as you can see, they have introduced like this GL account type. So generally we were having two type of GL account type, balance sheet and P&L account. Now they have introduced non-operating expense, primary cost and revenue, secondary cost and cash account. So this primary and secondary cost is basically nothing but the cost element part, which we used to extend as a cost element. So for that, now controlling master data has also become part of FI general ledger master data. So this is the another changes we can observe in S4HANA system in terms of general master data creation and cost element creation. And we have a single transaction FS00 for the creation of GL master data. Now, in the latest version, they have introduced this new cash account, GL account type for to deal in with cash account, so cash related transactions. So we will see in our upcoming session. Let me just go back to, and apart from that, we will see like the creation of this bank account data. So how do we create the bank account data in S4HANA system? So we can see like earlier we used to use transaction FI12 and FI01 for bank key, and through FI12 we were able to create the house bank and linking with the account ID. But in S4HANA, you cannot, it will, even if you try to link house bank and account ID, so it will take you to the same Fury app. Okay, so Fury app, and there you have this app manage banks. So from here you can create the bank key and house bank, but linking the house bank with the account ID, you need required to have this app manage bank accounts. So we will see today like how we can create the manage banks and manage bank accounts. So these are the new things, changes we can observe in S4HANA. Yeah, saying something?
Yeah, I want just to say that the most important thing is that before a bank account, it was a configuration, and today it's a master data. But the house bank, it's still a configuration that we need to release from development to production.
Correct, correct. Right.
What is
So,
interesting also that when we will see bank account ID, what is interesting that I want to see with you is how can we upload, because it's master data and sometimes we have them in production, but in test system, we don't create systematically always this master data. So how can we upload them from production to test system?
so here in the Fury app, so I will tell you like this configuration, FI12 configuration. Let me show you FI12 configuration. So I just created a while ago this company code. It's not completely set up, but so like this part you would be able to configure in create in through this FI12 transaction, but this part you have only the view access here. So this I have created through this app. Okay. So this, doing this configuration, you can download XML spreadsheet template. Okay, so let me download it so that you get clarity of it.
Yeah, so we can download in mass. We can download all the accounts that we have, for example, in production, and upload them in test system, isn't it?
Yes. So yes. So this is the template, and here you have the option to upload. It's not working
because you don't have any account. Maybe you should have an account.
No. This could not be the reason. Probably there will be some other reason. Select one or more entries before you continue. Okay. Let me first download. Okay, open XML handler or where is
maybe with Microsoft Edge, with the internet, you can open.
Let us open in browser. So, no, this is not the correct format.
This is just a template, or it's
Yeah,
what we have it.
yes. So basically, here you can see. Let me open it in Excel sheet. Let me check the download is XML here. So you need to, there is migration tool available, LTMC and all those things. So, but here you can use the template and you need to put the data in that particular format. No, download is not visible here.
Yeah, so in this case, if I want to make a mass creation, I can add the details in the template. But if I want just to copy what I have in the system to another system, I don't want to use the template. I want to download what I have in the system.
Yes, so there is a way you can take the dump out from that system. So export, you need to select that one and export it to the different or file for import validation. So you can just first import it. So we were having the import option also available. Okay, so here I guess this is the export to spreadsheet. Sorry, let us export. So once you will select it, you can. So this is the template. 1 second. Huh? Let me show you first template. That option is available. I understood your question now. So that option is also available. But here, like
in this case, we want that you show me we can fill to make a mass creation. But my point it was only to copy from
I
one
got your
system
question.
to another
You
one.
are saying if we yes, we already have created in the lower system like sandbox or development system. We wanted to import the same data into the production, correct?
To be frank, I want to do the inverse. We because bank account management are created in production by treasury team, and I want for our test and configuration to upload them from production to dev and test system. We will
You
see
are
this.
saying
We
production
will,
means which
yeah.
product?
Because normally if normally business have access to create bank account ID in production directly, and sometimes the bank that we create in production, we don't create them systematically in dev system. So I want to import the accounts that I have in production and copy them into dev and test system. In any case, it's just to copy
So
from one system to another system. It's just the option to copy from one system to another one.
yes. So there is an option available. You can create the TR. You can you need to. I really not have checked this option, but that option is available. So you can take help of migration team, who can actually help you in that. But if you don't have your migration team, you can just raise the SAP incident. There is option available. I have not really done this part, but that option is available.
Okay. Just
Okay.
if I can just repeat my question differently. The point, if you have 2 or 3 accounts in this Fiori app, and I need
Uh-huh.
to export them. So to export them, I need to export in XML, isn't it? So if I go to the other system, can I have the option to import them also? Can I have an option to import in this Fiori app?
Yes. We do have option to import in Fury app. We do have the option. So download XML spreadsheet. one second. Why this is not
In any
showing that
case, we
input?
can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
See,
we have,
you can select the file.
okay, so I
Okay, you
can
can.
export and import. Okay, perfect. This is what it
Yeah.
was my question. Because I don't need
Okay.
any transport request. Transport request, it will be used only for a house bank, but not for a house bank account ID. A house bank will
Yes, yes.
use
So, like,
transport button.
yeah. You require the transport request basically to complete this FPZP mapping. So, like, you need to do this mapping also, bank determination. So,
Yes.
here, once that configuration is completed, so here, I
We
have not
don't
set
have
up
it
this.
yet.
Yeah. So here you can just do this mapping. So the sub bank account, clearing account will come in picture here. So this mapping is only required to be uh, imported through transport request, but other things like master data, you can have this option here to export and import.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. So coming back to our topic, one second, let me just open this module 1 overview. So optimize cache, powerful multi-core processor. This makes the HANA system faster. This affordable memory. So this, key features of HANA makes it faster and more usable. So multi-core processor enable parallelism of tasks, large memory, advances in design of onboard cache. So onboard cache means basically what you generally use that resides in your cache memory. So that's make it faster for if you query something through APL1N report, APL5N report, any report. So you get the data 8 times faster compares to S4HANA, ECC system. So transactional, and now we have the benefit of OLTP and OLAP, means you can do the analysis also on the runtime. Okay. 3 copies of data in different data models, inherent data latency, poor in innovation leading to wastage. So this was the problem with the previous version. So now less hardware to manage, accelerate through innovation, simplification, plus in-memory database concepts. Now moving to the remove complexity with SAP S4HANA. This is talking about evolution. So 1979, they come up with R2 architecture. Then 1992, they come up with R3 architecture, means application layer, presentation layer, and database layer. 3 layer were there in this 1992. In R2 architecture, there was only 2 layer, like presentation layer and database layer. So in the ERP, then they introduced the concept of ERP. Then in 2015, they come up with S4HANA, database. So means they removed the underlying database, which was, I guess, earlier Oracle, but now, which was the traditional database, now they have introduced S4HANA database. So S4HANA core and line of business solutions. So these are the solutions available: SAP S4HANA Finance. SAP, they called it initially S4 Simple Finance, but later on they started saying S4HANA Finance. So like asset management, HANA supply chain management. So these are the core line of business in S4HANA. Ariba and IBP, so many other tools are available in S4HANA. This is evolution of S4HANA Finance they are talking about. Going down to the next step, finance and risk. Can I enlarge the size? One second. Sure. Functional completeness of solution. So financial accounting, entity close, corporate close, financial reporting, direct tax management. So head corporate reporting, these are the benefits we have in finance side. Record to report. So finance process governance, financial shared services management. So in short, you can see like they have introduced the concept of group reporting where you can do the consolidation. Okay, it simplify and even minimize your time required to do the closing activities. Like we used to do a lot of reconciliation earlier, right? But now with the introduction of AC ROCA concept, so the reconciliation steps has got reduced now. So that basically has simplifies your reporting and closing activities, right? Treasury management. So what are the benefits we have in treasury management? So like cash and liquidity management. So in the bank account management and bank communication management, here they have introduced the concept of workflow. Means if you have created the bank and you wanted to validate before making it kind of active. So here you can see, right? 1 second, let me just go back. Manage bank account. So I don't know whether you have noticed or not. So here you have the option to make it download XML schema file for import validation. One person has uploaded the data, so second can import and validate the data if all correct or not, right? So these are the additional features we have available in, and even today also they are evolving and new features releasing every year are new features, right? Like even before 2019 onwards, we were not having the concept of workflow in BAM, right? Bank account management. But they have come up with the concept of dual control or workflow control. So one person, cash manager, can able to create the bank master data, but the manager would be able to approve, then only it will be active, right? Or if you wanted to disable this functionality, I'll show you in the system where we can control it. Okay.
Perfect. So normally for BAM, we can have direct activation, or we can have dual control. So two persons should, and a second person to validate it, or we can have a workflow. And in this case, workflow, we have standards one, and we can also create specific one, isn't it?
Yes. So if you just go to the SPRO, cash and liquidity management. That's why I'm starting with BAM topic. Other like S4HANA, I'm really sure like you might be having much better idea what I'm discussing here. So, but this is just a quick introduction session. So that's why I'm covering this stuff. So bank account management, basic settings, general settings. Here, if you just open the node, you can see the full scope and basic scope. So that is main like in basic scope, you cannot have this dual control and workflow option available. If you just try to save it, I guess it should throw error. So it's allowing me.
Yes, exactly.
But ideally,
if we use the simple scope, normally we should not have dual or workflow. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So in this you can see.
Sorry, I cut you. Just in simple finance, I don't have this option, but I have the workflow, but I don't have this setting in simple finance.
Okay. So you are saying in your version this is not available, right?
Yeah, it's not available, but workflow is available. I can add workflow, but I don't have the option to choose if I want to have a dual control or workflow, I don't have this option. So I don't have this this general setting in my site.
Okay. So basically, this basic version means you don't require the separate licensing for BAM. But if you are going for the full scope, so what I know, like this will lead to some additional cost to get the a separate license for BAM or say cash account management. Okay. So in full scope, like you can activate the, like someone has created the bank account, so it will be directly active. But on the other way, like if you wanted to have the dual control, so you can do these settings activate via dual control. So one person would be able to create it, and so the next person would be able to approve it, and even second person can delegate the request to some other person also. So if you just look at the app, so the person who had received this request will check their inbox. Okay. So inbox, like suppose I'm the approver for the bank getting created in my organization. So I can approve directly, I can reject it, I can uh, delegate to some other person also. That is also possible. But you would be able to delegate only if the configuration, like the whole setup is done in here. Okay, so in the next step, we will see like how do we create the rule for the to trigger the workflow and to have the this like you would be able to forward to those person who is actually configured in the system. Okay, so I will show you in the upcoming steps, and probably in tomorrow session, like how we do that. Okay, but I'm not really sure whether it will, because we don't have only single ID we have, so we cannot check
Yes.
if we are delegating to someone.
Yeah, we need to have two users to be able to test it. So yeah.
Yes. And even there are some objects and function module. So if you can follow the standard settings, but if it is not triggering, so you require some help from even from the technical side as well to analysis of the technical issues related to workflow and all. But yes, even what we can see, like we have created some bank account and that is not active and it's not allowing me to activate it. So that part we can definitely able to check in the system. Okay. So here in the basic settings, what are the controls we have available? Request grouping. How, if suppose you have created multiple house banks, so how do you want it to group it for approval? So at company code level, at account type level, or at the company code account type level, or group into a single change request. So these are the grouping options available. Okay. So if you have created multiple bank account, so what does that mean? Account type, I'll show you, like it's a operational account or it's a functional account. So that I'll show you in the next node. We have this configuration available. Apart from this controls, like if you wanted to directly activate it, if you wanted to activate through dual control or through workflow. So these are the three options available in terms of activation of the house bank. Then enable snapshot. This is basically related to if you wanted to see the cash flow of say what was the cash position 10 days back. So in that case, we require to enable snapshot feature. But I have never seen enabling this feature in my scenario, my cases. But we can explore this part. So, but this is for that purpose related to cash management. Okay, cash request integration. So cash request, we do the cash request. So in that.
Yeah. So what snapshot is? It's an external app or a Fury app, or it's in
No,
what's in yeah.
suppose you have a house bank, okay? So today you know, and you can forecast for tomorrow based on
Yes.
purchase order, based on different data available in your system, okay? So how, if I ask you what was your cash position 10 days back, so you need to enable this functionality. Your cash position 1 month back, so you need to enable
Okay.
this functionality.
This functionality is for cash flow, but did I see it in Fury or in
Fury.
sub? Okay,
In
because I
Fury we
don't
have
know.
this. Okay, fine. So let me just check where is the cash analyzer.
In any case, if we will see it later, no issue. We can go ahead and check it when we will.
Yeah.
See,
So cash position today. So you are able to see the cash position today. But what was the cash position 10 days back, some time back? So in order to have that visibility, we require to enable that. You need to tick that checkbox. Okay.
If I don't tick it, I cannot see the cash position, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Not
Clear.
cash position means your previous data. Latest data you would be able to see when you don't take this checkbox. Okay, let me just close this one. If you just read out this help, so let me just expand this one. So activation modes of bank account.
We have about this. We have also a notion that we SAP call one exposure from operation. One exposure. I think for cash management now we have just one table. Also simplification architecture.
Correct. You were mentioning
for cash management.
Yes. So you can just see here, this setting is not relevant for the basic cash management capability. After you switch off this function, make sure that you can clean up all the historical data. For information, enable snapshot. So this is used for historical data. Okay, with this field, you can enable the snapshot function in the full scope of cash management. Flows are then segmented by the time when flows are built in one exposure from operations. You can then take a snapshot of the cash flows with a different time and different versions. For example, you can use the snapshot to trace cash position reports for the last month.
So by one exposure, do we mean we have one data in a specific table, isn't it?
Oh, the table which you were mentioning now, that is used basically to push the data from ECC to Fury app. Okay, you mentioned one table in the last meeting. Did you remember?
Yes, of course. I mentioned one table because it's linked to one exposure normally. And this table is FQM flow, FQM underscore flow. Yeah.
Yes, so that table basically contains the data in this GUI system. But if you wanted to have the visibility in Fury app, you require to push the data from that table to Fury app. Okay, I'll show
perfect.
you.
Clear. It's very clear. Thank you.
Okay. But yeah. So this snapshot is basically to have the visibility of your historical data. So, but in general, we don't require it. Okay. After you have enabled this function, you cannot deactivate it when transaction data is stored as historical data. After you have deactivated it, be sure to clean up all historical data using the delete functionality. Once you have activated it, so you cannot deactivate it. So if you wanted to deactivate this function, then you require to clean up all your historical data using this app. got it? Is that clear, or did
Yes, it's
do
very clear for me. Thank you for this
okay,
detail.
okay. So now activation mode, we have discussed, we have clearly understood this point. So now coming down, enable cache trade request integration. This setting is not relevant for basic cache management capability. After you switch off this function, make sure that you can clean up all the historical data. Define whether you want to enable the bank account contract types in bank account master data. So this is related to, I have not really explored this feature because this is recently added in a 2021 version. Okay, but before that it was not there. This enable bank account as a contract type. So we need to explore this part, but up to this part we have used the functionality. Okay, so here you can see, once you create the master data, then it generates one number range. So you can see this number range is being maintained here. Every bank account will have this ID 120. So let me open manage banks basic. So here is the
Why
houses.
we are not able to see the bank account? Maybe because
No.
in
Once I enter the company code and we click on go, so it will show you all the data. One
because
second, let
I
me.
saw that is empty, so for me it was strange.
No.
Okay.
Once you will, so you need to put the filter. So that's why I was just trying to enter some filter here. So let me just check my house bank so that we can at least view one master data. Let us open this one. Oh, this is not properly created. So actually system creates two ID, technical ID you can see, okay? One is
Yes.
to identify, this is the unique number. Even we saw in the download also, Excel sheet download, there was one field which is called technical field. So if you wanted to create the master data with upload functionality, so in that case, you require to provide the number range, technical ID number range in sequence, okay? And same thing should be maintained here. Okay, so probably this is, and this is related to change request. Means suppose you have done some changes in the bank account, so that will trigger the workflow, and that will be tracked through this change request number. Okay, but the other one like technical ID, so that number is basically picked up from here. Okay. So now if you wanted to upload, so you will have to assign the number range from 589, the subsequent available number range. Okay. Let me just show you the download, if it is available in the download. 1 second. Yeah, so if you just double click here now, you can just notice one thing here, this technical ID. Okay. So here, like you require to provide for each of the bank data a technical ID number. Make sense?
It should be internal ID, not external ID.
You need to take external in that sense.
Okay, so it can be also external if you want. Okay, clear. So yeah, in this case, if it's internal, we should not put it because the system will do it by itself.
Sorry, come again.
When it's internal, we don't need to fill the technical number because the system will
Correct.
do it automatically.
Correct. Yes, yes. So assign number range, you can do the assignment here. Okay. So define settings for bank account master data. So this is the main important settings that triggers the workflow. So these are the type of account types we have. So these are very much standard. So account type 01 current account, then deposit account, loan account. So deposit and loan account basically kind of functional account. So let me just go to the sensitive fields modification. So this whatever field for if you are making any changes in that field, so that will trigger workflow. So if you do not want to trigger the workflow, then you can make it inactive. So bank account number. So this is a very sensitive field. So someone cannot go and change the bank account number of a house bank, right? So that will be a sensitive field. Clear?
Yes, it's clear for me. Yeah. Just a question: do we will so now we are starting with the bank account management, or we will finish the introduction before we go in details? Because just to
Introduction
understand
we will.
what we will.
Yes. So we will just give an overview of bank account management. How does it work?
Okay. It's very interesting, and thank you for this.
Yes. Welcome. Always welcome.
So after the overview, we will start with the BAM, not with the memo record or EBS, isn't it?
Actually, we need to set up the house bank first. Then only you can do the EBS and all, na?
Yes,
Correct.
exactly, sir. Yeah, I understand.
So that's why I'm starting with the first creation of house bank. Maybe what we can do, we can set up a basic house bank and without approval and workflow, and then we can go for the EBS setting up, and probably then we can configure the BCM part.
In
Does
any
it make
case,
sense?
yeah. In any case, as you want, we can start with the BAM directly or just with basic setting as you want. At the end, we will do everything. It's what is important. But as you want, for me, both is good.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much. So in the Fury, so you can see like it's role based, so you can control. Even we can notice here, so you know very well whatever role is assigned to your ID, those Fury app access you can only have. So this is role based application. Then it's responsive. Responsive means if you open it in your mobile phone, so it will get adjusted accordingly. It will fit into your window. It is simple to use, so we don't require to remember the transaction code now. So you can just search by bank. It will give you the all available options. So bank statement, you don't require to remember the T code, right? In SAP, we need to remember the T code, but here we can just search by bank statement or any relevant name you can search by, and it will show you the available apps in this system, right? So main bank, something like that. Cash analyzer, so you can just search here. Cash flow analyzer. So all cash related application will show you. So these are basically called tiles. So tiles is nothing but one application. Then we have coherency apps that speak the same language. Then instant value, you get the values instantly. Moving to transactional, so three types of Fury apps are available: transactional, fact sheet, and analytical. So as we saw, transactional, so if you have this APL 1 and 3 and kind of reports available in Fury app. Then we have analytical app, so which will show you kind of chart reporting in the chart format. So maybe in pie chart or some other chart. And we have the fact sheets Fury apps are also available. Then Fury Launchpad. So this is role-based and person-centric and multiple platforms, multiple devices. So you can adjust in any device. Search, collaboration, and feeds. Stable URLs for bookmarking and sharing. Theming and branding personalization. So you can do the necessary settings if you wanted to modify your app. So you can just go to settings, appearance you can adjust. Okay, so look and feel also you can change. So all content, so one group at a time. So like that also you can change. User profile setting, clear my history, or something like that you wanted to modify. If you wanted to view in a different language, so that also option is available. Okay, so default values, notification, all these settings you can change from here. And if you just wanted just home page apps, so you can see what are the apps available under this bank account application, bank relationship. So these apps are available. You can just add some apps in this group, and if you wanted to remove something, you can just remove it. So those options are also available. It's very user friendly, in short, you can see, because of introduction of Fury app. It has simplified the people life of searching and finding the relevant transaction codes to perform their daily activities. SAP Fury Launchpad user personalization. So as we were talking about user personalization, so if you wanted to change the settings, you can do. Frequently app finder settings, edit homepage, you can do the homepage edit. Add group, so you can just add some other application apps here. In bank account application group, in bank relationship, if you wanted to add something or remove from here, so you can do that. If you wanted to create another group, you can just create your group. Any questions so far?
No, it's clear. It's interesting. So yeah, very interesting because I not used to use Fury, but yeah, it's clear. It's clear right now.
Okay. Thanks. So this is how you can do the changes. My home. You can navigate to the respective. So as you use it, the apps, so you will get better idea. Okay, so you can see if I'm clicking on this, so I can view all the apps available under this group. I just click on this one, so all the apps are available under this group I can see directly. This is under this group. So cash operations. So all cash operations related, bank statement monitoring, cash position today. So you can say this is kind of analytical app. You can change the layout also. Like here you have the option by bank country, by bank, you can just change the view. So if you wanted to make it by company, so this is also possible. There must be somewhere the option should be available to view as per currency or something like that. 1 second, let me just quickly check. Can I see that? You can export to a spreadsheet. You can enlarge the size. So it will look like this. Minimize the size. This is bar chart, column chart. You can just change the chart. Pie chart, you can convert into the pie chart. Okay. How do you want it to view it? So you can buy currency. So that option is also available. So by currency, if you wanted to view in the chart format, so that is also bullet chart, heat map chart, vertical bullet chart. So you can change the view. Okay. So this much transaction has been happened in USD, Euro, only this much, in INR, this much value. So, I mean, you can just use it as you wanted to view in your page. So if you wanted to go to your home page, so just click on this one, navigate to home page. So it will take you to the home page. Okay. So these are the some benefits and key features of S4HANA Fury application. Personalized options in Fury, SAP Fury Launchpad. Then this is all about S4HANA. Okay. I have some additional slide apart from this in, so like
Is it possible to share with me the first slide introduction about the introduction?
the other one, this one.
The first one.
You mean
Yeah. Is it possible to have it, or it's already in the forum?
in the forum? It will be probably, maybe you can take the snap of it. So you want the complete slide?
Is it possible?
I don't
This is my
think.
question. This is my
No,
question.
I guess this will not be possible. But anyway, I will
Okay.
cross check, but you can confirm. So you want this complete slide, right?
Yeah, if
But
it's possible, if you can share it directly in the forum, in ZaranTech forum. If it's possible, if it's not possible, so no problem.
no, this slide is already available on this website. Okay. In
Ah,
the
okay. Okay,
course content.
in materials. In materials,
Yes,
it
yes.
isn't.
Yes, in materials.
Okay, so if it's the case, okay, okay. I didn't see yet the materials. Okay, they are already there. Okay, perfect. So I will review them if I need.
Yeah. So let me
But,
just brief you about, this is discussion board. So as you are mentioning, if you have any question, new post, so you can add your post and you will get the
okay,
answers. Okay.
and
So
also if you have some other documents from your side, you can put them here, and I can display them or check them.
Yeah, obviously, like if something will be important related to cash management, so I will definitely add. But if do you really think this is going to be helpful, because this is more of technical?
No, no,
So
no,
you can
not
see.
documentation. If you have other document about cash flow that can help me, any other document from SAP or anything, something,
Sure,
for
sure.
example, that contain all configuration or all transaction or all Fury app or anything that is useful for
Sure, sure,
as
sure.
a consultant.
If I get it something, so definitely I'll share with you. And anyway, whatever we'll be preparing during the session, so that if I get some time, so I will share, prepare and share, and otherwise I will share maybe later. Okay?
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah. So like in S4HANA, these are the key features. If you just go into the more technicality of it, so like combined columnar and row store is available, minimal projections, any attribute as index. So indexing has got removed now, like PSIK, BSAK, those tables are now just exist as a views. So hope you might be already aware about it, but just for your information, multi-core and parallelization, partitioning. So like if the data volume is high, so you can do the partitioning. Okay, so this is more of technical stuff. So I don't think this will be much helpful for you. And in short, like HANA key capabilities, what are the capabilities HANA is having? In-memory database, hybrid database row and columnar store tables, data aging, data temperature, hot, warm, cold data. So there are three types of data. Hot means which we use very frequently. Cold data means suppose 15 years old data that we don't use frequently. So that is stored in your old database. Okay. So data provisioning tools are available. Accelerator, PW accelerator, uh, as an appliance, TDCI approach, deployment on-premise and cloud and hybrid. So these deployments are available. You can have the HANA database on-premise, you can have on cloud, and you can go for hybrid data model. Okay, premises, persistence, so disk storage, what are the options available? Platform like database plus applications, then MDC, multi-tenancy like you have in the cloud concept, you have this multi-tenancy concept. So you can have data storage in US, other in Canada, other next in other place. So this you can have the multi-tenancy options available. Or like if you are aware about the cloud concept, so there it is useful. Like some data you are sharing, not data like database. So data stores in your database. So that there you can share your data, which is not, you think not so critical or confidential. So those data you can. Then as for HANA OLTP system, OLAP and OLTP, online data and online transaction. So real time OLAP and OLTP you can do. Multi CPU, multi core architecture. So this is more of more technical part of it. And so definitely I will be sharing with you. And like we have these two options available. So these are the two operating system used in for the installation of HANA database. One is SUSE Linux Enterprise Edition and other is Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, so these two operating system we can use for the installation of HANA database. So let me take you through the assessment part. So you can just go through this assessment, which of the following personalization options are available to users in SAP Fiori Launchpad. So adding applicants. So you can just go through the assessment part that will be useful for you for appearing for the certification exam. Okay.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Have a nice
Have a nice evening.
same
Bye
to you.
bye.
Same to you.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Take care also. Thanks.
Bye. Welcome.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.